Hiya, welcome to Pod. I'm Paul Thompson and we are in the UK. It's springtime and we've just come out of the wettest winter that people who even grew up here have ever known. So it's really great to see some sunshine. The country's in lockdown because of coronavirus. So we are observing the rules. There's just two of us here. But as everybody who can should, we're really all about growing food and looking after ourselves in the coming months. And Pod in general is all about easy edible gardening. So we're going to give you weekly lots of tips and tricks on how to grow and how to harvest great food in whatever space you're in, small, medium or large. Along the way, we'll be bumping into friends that also grow once we're allowed to get out there and see other people again. But today we're starting in our allotment. Now, when I say our allotment, we've just taken this on. We're sharing it with a couple of friends of ours who are self-isolating. So we're going to get in here and we're going to start growing, and then we're going to share the produce. So this is not a very big space. It only goes back as far as here, but we're going to make it highly productive. We're going to start digging it over today. And the other place that we're going to talk to you from is our roof terrace back at home. It's a nice south-facing spot, much smaller, so that can work for people in towns and cities. So yeah, hope you're going to enjoy being with Pod over the coming months and into the future. Loads and loads of tips and tricks on easy edible gardening. Okay, so first things first, it's what we're going to grow in, the soil. Now, in this allotment, we've got two things going on here. If you can have a look down here. On my right hand, your left hand side, this soil's been dug through. So this is what's called friable. You know, it's broken up into small pieces so that you can easily get into it, you can plant into it, and then plants' roots can go through it. On this side, on my left hand, or your right hand side, you can see that is called compacted. That's rock hard, so you won't be able to get anything into this. And even if you got anything into it, it wouldn't really be able to go so far because those young roots are very tender. So what we're going to do first of all, we're going to break up this compaction by digging it through. I've got two tools here for you, spade and a fork. Now, when the ground's really hard and really compacted, you quite often start with a spade to break it up into decent sized chunks, and then you fork it through after that. So I'm going to start with the spade. I'll come back to you. So it hasn't taken very long to get this far. Look at that soil now. It's nicely chopped up. Lots of smaller lumps, nothing much bigger than a table tennis ball. So up the top here where it's compacted, I'm just using the spade, break it up first, like this. And then once I've done that, just get the fork into it. That loosens it all up and you can pick up anything that's buried there. So soil's going to drain nicely, water's going to get into it, it's going to be easy to put plants in, and easy is what we want. Great, so we've made some real progress here. It took us about 20 minutes to dig through this area, which is about 5 or 6 square meters of bed. If it had just been one of us, it might have taken 30-40 minutes, maybe an hour if fancy a tea break, maybe all day if you have lots of tea breaks. The most important thing about gardening, especially all this digging, is to pace yourself, so make it work for you. All right, now what we've got, the result is, look at this, that's lovely friable soil. So you can imagine a seedling going in here, those young roots can push into the soil, find the nutrients, find the moisture that they need, plant can take hold, it can grow well, it can be strong, it can be productive. Now, we've taken a few things out of this soil as we've dug through it, and that's by using the spade and the fork. So things like this rock, that's a little bit too big, more useful if you're into dry stone wall. So things like this we take out. Stuff like this though, these smaller fragments of pot and pebbles, I just tend to leave them in there. They're not really a major. They help with moisture penetration through the soil. But one thing we have come across I really want you to know about is this stuff here. There's a plant we'll be showing you in the coming months called bindweed. It's a little sort of climbing plant with heart-shaped leaves, and it tends to climb over everything and it shades them out and kills them. These are the roots. So they're like white bootlaces, And when you see these in your soil, you must pick all of them out. Now, the issue with them is, look, watch this. If you give them a tug, they just break off. And a piece that small will regrow. So if you come across these white bristle roots like this, it may take you time, but take as much of it out as you can. Put it in your household rubbish, get rid of it. Not in the compost heap, not in the allotment, not in your garden. Okay, so good start, should make things easy when we come to plant some seedlings and sow some seed in the coming days. We'll come back to you.